Super Bowl 51 halftime show featuring Lady Gaga. I'm your host, Kandi.
And I'm Kashville Lion.
And this is The Rundown. All right, so this is a review, our opinions on Lady Gaga and her halftime performance show. And personally, I was less than impressed. Let's be real.
Yeah, like, come on now. Just because it's more fire, more dancers, it's not a symbol like from last year.
Right. I heard that it was like $10 million or something that they spent for her halftime stage, setup, lights, all that stuff.
Ridiculous. Like, I did some research on what $10 million can do, and $10 million can give you an island, a Michael Jackson Scream video, and way more stuff than that. Like, $10 million, you got to be impressed. Like, I'm not impressed.
At all. I mean, after the last 2 years of halftime shows being absolutely epic, and yes, I'm a Beyonce fan, however...
Bruno Mars was awesome.
Right.
You know, and I know they tried to, like, shade out Beyonce a little bit because of the pro-black and the Formation song just dropped.
But you can't take anything away from her, though, because she's an amazing performer.
Exactly. And she still killed it.
Right, exactly. And the year before that, she basically shut down the entire stadium because the lights went out right after her performance.
Killed it.
Literally 2 of the best halftime shows in the last 2 years. And yeah, she's pregnant with twins, so congrats, Queen Bee.
Yes, sir.
But I'm just like, bruh, she could have showed up pregnant with twins and did a better performance than this.
Right.
Because
like Blue Ivy could have did something way better than that.
Man, like, see, my whole thing is, okay, yes, Gaga can sing. She's a great performer. I've seen some of her performances and stuff when she was in concert and stuff like that. But honestly, she was out of breath. It seems like she wasn't.
It was rushed.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was rushed.
Exactly.
I mean, for something that big.
They said she was practicing for 2 months.
Wow.
I can't tell.
Because it looked like she was off.
Way off.
From the aerial jumps and.
Trying to be pink. You ain't pink, baby.
But
pink
she tried. She tried.
She tried.
And she tried to keep everybody from the get-go, your microphone situation. Like, why is someone holding your microphone?
Right, while you're playing the
thing.
thing.
And you're trying to switch around? We know you're not playing the guitar. Come on now.
Right. But you know, she does that in one of her shows. I think it was when she was on Saturday Night Live not too long ago or somewhere. I can't remember the performance that I saw. But she did that
the
then
mirror,
too.
Yes, I think it was SNL.
And I'm just like, dude, really? Like,
you're trying to do too much.
Together.
Like, you can't perform a song, sing a song, and dance around as if you're Beyonce or any other entertainer.
Right, because that's it. She doesn't dance as hard as Beyonce does, and she's not as great with the aerial performance as Pink is.
Right.
So I think she should have really rethought it and not tried to go so big and so hard to try to, I guess, top the other performances. I get it. She's been dreaming of this since she was 4, like she said, and then she shouted out her mom and dad.
Right.
But it was very breathy. The vocals were not always on point, and I mean, it just was not up to par. And I'm no performer. I'm no singer, so no, I couldn't get up there and do half the stuff that she was doing. But that's
she couldn't either.
Right. That's what she's paid to do. And considering that she had all this time to prepare, I feel like it was not up to par as it should have been. Honestly, I didn't even want to sit and watch the entire performance because it was trash.
Watch a 12-minute performance, and it only took us 30 seconds to actually look at the whole performance.
Bruh.
Because it was just a repeat.
It was bad.
But it's been worse.
Yeah, there has been worse.
It's been worse.
But I really expected a better performance, considering that is the halftime show and it's one show that we really look forward to.
You know, she's really a great artist.
Right.
It's just
has a great voice, has great hits and all that.
Exactly, but it's just when you're doing something that big and major, you got to be prepared, and you had too much to prepare.
Right.
So,
and then also, I feel like because she's kind of rebranded herself a little bit from Gaga to Stephanie.
Right.
So trying to go back in between that and produce a halftime show based on both personas.
Right.
I feel like is where she kind of went wrong.
And like you were saying at the show, is like, is she gonna bring Beyonce out on this
song?
Is she gonna bring Beyonce out? That would have stole the show, so that can't happen.
Yeah.
And then that's another check they'll have to write. And they should have just had Beyonce again.
Man.
You know, for the price for that little segment, it would have cost them
Beyonce could have sat on a throne and done a better performance.
Wow.
Just saying. Like,
Right.
and I mean, honestly, because at the end of the day, if you're going to dance and you're going to want to have these aerial tricks and flips and jumps and all that stuff, you have to be physically fit in order to pull that off and still be able to sing. I don't know how Beyonce does it.
Right.
Because I would be out of breath. I wouldn't hold not one note, and the show would be over within the first minute.
So that was our Super Bowl halftime. You
Yeah.
know, it wasn't. You know, as a fan of football, you don't really. You're in tune with the game itself. You're in tune with the cheerleaders. You're in tune with the halftime show.
Mm-hmm.
The Super Bowl halftime is the biggest stage you can really be on.
Right.
You know, outside the Grammys and things like that.
Right. You're in all the households at once.
And you
You're
know
a
how many
household
people are watching.
Right.
And these are diehard fans, and they're gonna chew you a new, you know what.
But of course, her little monsters are going to be ecstatic, and I know all of her fans are absolutely. Yeah, because I mean, honestly, even when Beyonce almost fell last year, I laughed, but I was just like, she still killed it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But she did almost fall. Just saying.
Right.
And then when her performance the other year, where she brought out Destiny's Child, that part of the show was less than spectacular. So
Right.
you know, whatever. But I can't wait to see all the videos that are gonna come out showing slowing down Gaga's performance and talking about its demonic and Illuminati and all these other things. So
Because it was so many shapes that people are gonna look
And
at
fire
it as,
and
right.
stuff.
Like she's sitting this fire.
She
this,
jumped off into this.
right,
and it's demonic.
sacrificing herself. Man, get out of here, man.
She's the new
Get a
Illuminati
life.
queen.
Oh, MG.
Yeah, so that was our take on the halftime show for Super Bowl 51. Gaga, I was less than impressed, but hey, what can I say? Let me know your comments down below. We greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on your notifications so that you don't miss any new videos from us. And we will see you guys in the next video.
Peace.